welcome back everyone for some more of my Sheffield United career mode here on FIFA 19. And yes, that is a greeting that I have not said in over 6.5 years, which is the last time that I did anything with this particular career mode. As a matter of fact, my last upload in this series, which was episode 28, was back in September 30th of 2019. But we are back. We are fresh off of our career mode with Borussia Dortmund on FIFA 23, and I do want to give this series an ending, an actual ending, and this is going to be on from here on out. This is going to be on the PlayStation 4 instead of the Switch, because of course back when I did this series originally, I did not have a PS4, and I started on the Switch, but now that I do have a PS4, and I do prefer playing FIFA games on this particular console, I am going to finish this series on here. But before I continue on and show you what's been happening throughout this series, hopefully you guys have an awesome day today. Hopefully you guys doing well. First of all, we are going to take a look at the table. You can see we are 20 points ahead of second place Newcastle in the standings. So it looks like we are going to be running away with the Premier League title. You can see a lot of big teams not performing. Like you can see, Man City is in 5th, Arsenal 6th, Manchester United is in 10th, Spurs 11th, but Liverpool 15th. But the big story is Chelsea in the relegation zone alongside Nottingham Forest and Norwich. So it's going to be very interesting to see how that plays out the rest of the season. FA Cup, we are in the 3rd round. We are up against Newport County, which is a team that I did a Road to Glory career mode with on FIFA 19. Which I did give a proper ending to that a couple years ago. Carabao Cup, we are in the semifinals. We're up against Man City. Just to show you a recap here real quick. Not sure what round. Okay, we started off in round 2. We knocked out Liverpool. Round 3, we knocked out Blackpool. Round 4, we eliminated Cardiff on penalties. In the quarterfinals, we eliminated Manchester United. Now we're taking on the blue side of Manchester. Champions League, which is a tournament that we're in, we are up against AS Monaco, which runners-up in our group, Atletico Madrid, got Arsenal, so we definitely did dodge a bullet there. But as you see here, which I should let you guys know that the Champions League tables and the England tables, including the Premier League, are exactly how they were in the Switch. I was able to duplicate the tables on all these from the Switch to the PlayStation. So all these groups right here was not randomly generated. These were the groups that were in the Switch version, the one that I played 6.5 years ago. But we are going to go ahead. I'm just going to show you the other leagues. Like I said, Championship, League 1, League 2 are exactly how they are in the Switch. Watford and Derby County are the top 2 teams. Aston Villa, West Brom, Huddersfield, and Bournemouth are in the playoff spots. Teams in relegation trouble are Charlton, QPR, and Reading. League 1, top 2 teams are Sheffield Wednesday and Preston. Portsmouth, Scunthorpe, Mansfield, and Oxford are in the playoff spots. Bury, before they got liquidated and then reformed, were in this game. Teams in relegation trouble are Bristol Rovers, Northampton, Cheltenham, and Swindon Town. In League 2, Shrewsbury, Notts County, and Plymouth Argyle are in the top 3 automatic promotion spots, with Fleetwood Town, Wickham, Oldham, and AFC Wimbledon in the playoff spots. If relegation was a thing, Crawley Town and Cambridge United would be in trouble. But unlike the Switch version and the PlayStation version, we do have board expectations, which I will show you that. First, youth development. Grow one youth academy player by at least 10 overall points. As soon as they have grown, play them in 10 matches, either as part of the starting 11 or coming in as a sub. I will show you which player I will be using for that. Long term, which I'm not going to play another season past this. I'm just finishing off. I believe this is season 3 of my Sheffield United career mode, if I'm not mistaken, which I should have looked that up before that. It's kind of embarrassing, but I believe this is either Season 3 or Season 4 of this career mode. But, yeah, we won't be too worried about that. Financial, we've already done that. Domestic success, they want us to win both the Premier League and the FA Cup, which is what I want. And I do want to win the Carabao Cup. And they want us to reach a semifinal of the Champions League. I do want to win the Champions League, so I do want to do the I do want to win the lot here. But take a look at our youth staff. Our main scout is Sebastian Olsen, who is Danish, which is awesome because I had a lot of Danish youth academy graduates from Denmark on my Switch save. And the player that, it's funny that right away we're here, but the player that I have training right now is Nikolai Jessen. He is a 17-year-old right winger. He started off as a 54. He is at a 63. I just need to train him one more for him to be a 64. That way I can promote him and use him in 10 matches. But you can see his stats right there. And I'm just going to go ahead and just, if there's anybody in particular you want to look at, you can go ahead and pause the video. You can see Jakob Jessen right here. Christopher Thompson is right there. Tobias Simonson. You can see Christopher Mortensen. Alexander Olesen. Benjamin Henriksen. Jakob Olesen, who is a goalkeeper. Gustav Ostgaard, who is a right mid. Michael Holm, not related to Ian. Hans Hansen, what a name. And there's Hans Olsen. Not real big surprise that there's a lot of Olsens because I'm not sure so much that the Danish national team uses the nickname anymore, but for a while their nickname was the Olsen Gang. But I think that had to do with the head coach more than anything at the time. But we're going to take a look. And what I do have to say, though, admittedly, one of the few things I did not duplicate from the Switch save was the transfer history, which I'm going to show you here. These players went to other places. As a matter of fact, I believe Jack O'Connell went to Newcastle in my save, though I don't remember because, admittedly, I got a little bit too lazy when doing this. I didn't even bother looking at transfer histories for most of my players. But, I mean, the important thing is that I got the squad right. You can see my starting 11 and my backup 11. These are the players that are on my save on the Switch. And without further ado, we are going to go ahead and look at... first, I'm going to take a look... I'm going to show you guys attributes first because they do kind of work differently here on the PlayStation 4. But you can see Justin Bilo, which... Apparently, you can say Justin. And so I know I said Justin in my Fire North career mode in FIFA 22, but apparently it is acceptable to say Justin Bilo. Dean Henderson, even though he's on loan. No, he's not on loan. You can see his stats right there. Kevin Trapp, my backup goalkeeper behind Bilo. Harry Shepard, one of my fringe players. DeAndre Yedlin, my starting right back. And Mazraoui, my backup right back. You can see some of his stats right there. Matthijs de Ligt, one of my main starting center backs alongside Jamal Lascelles, who is my other starting center back alongside de Ligt. And the cool thing about this is you can actually look at attributes of my loan players. So you can see Graham, Hennigan, Hinteregger, he is injured. He will be out for another few months, unfortunately, but though he was one of my backup center backs, but I ended up promoting Bowley, who I did have transfer listed, but nobody came in for him. You can see Fabian Scherer. I should say Fabian Scherer. You can see Wooly Bowley, who is my new fourth string center back alongside Scherer. Now, this is one of the youth prospects that I did bring in from my save. I only brought in a couple. Walter Reppers from Slovenia is one of them I decided to bring in. Ismail Anandouye is another one from Ivory Coast. I decided to bring him in. Jakob Peterson was a very good backup player on my Switch save. I decided to bring him in for this particular save. He is backup behind Florian Thauvin, who's been doing really good in sim matches off camera. I should let you guys know right about that. Mikel Marino, my backup CDM. Reese York, another one of my fringe players. Philip Billing, my third string CDM, though I have played him in a couple matches. I played him, I don't know how many matches I played with him in. You can see Reagan Slater on loan at Carlisle United. Oliver Norwood, another player that I was looking to move on, but I didn't get any offers for him. Eggestein is my starting CDM. Guerrero is my starting left back, though he can play as a left mid or a center mid. Cucurella is actually my backup left back. And Lukaku, I kind of left this guy out in the dust, but here, due to an injury to Calvin Stings, he is my new backup wide midfielder, so he'll probably be staying in there. And to be honest with you, I'm probably going to be finished with Calvin Stings. I don't plan on using Calvin Stings. And Karaba, I forgot about me even having him, so I'll be looking to hopefully move him on in January. You can see another player from going to Gold Coast United. Ricky Holmes on home at Gillingham. Nathan Thomas, another player loaned out to Carlisle United. Fakamani Malambi, a hidden gem in FIFA games. He is at my backup center attacking mid. He can also play as a right winger or a center forward. Urs Lanagic was another player from my Switch save, a Belgian graduate that I decided to put onto the save. I do have him up to a 70. Nabil Fekir, I do have on here. He is actually one of my starting strikers. Even though striker is not one of his positions, that's what I played with him on my save. So I'm sticking with it. But here is the start of my career mode, the Youth Academy graduate. And back 6.5 years ago, I pronounced this guy's name as Justin van Leeuwen. But I do want to say his name correctly, the Dutch pronunciation of it. And that is Justin van Leeuwen. So I'm going to do my best to say van Leeuwen instead of van Leeuwen. But here is the start of this particular career mode, and those are his stats right there. And you see Samir Carruthers is my, he's out on loan at Oxford. Calvin Stings, he is injured at the moment. Actually, no, he may not be. But regardless, I'm probably going to be looking for offers for him because I already have, unless I do decide to keep him just in case somebody else gets hurt. Which that is one of the bad things about this particular FIFA is players do get injured rather quickly. David Parkhouse playing at Derry City over in Ireland. Tyler Smith on loan at Doncaster. Lavery is another player that's out on loan at Bury. Wait, this is Bury. What was that other one that I had? That's Bury. That's this team? Or did I... apparently I'm losing my big... Apparently I didn't do this one yet, but... Yeah, this was back when Bury was a team back... No, I did mention because I looked at the table. Never mind. I'm sorry. But Bury was in this team. This was right before the team got liquidated. You can see it says there on loan at Bury. And then Chad Evans is out on loan at Fleetwood Town. Leon Clark. Very interesting Wigan kits, admittedly, but he's out on loan there. Timo Werner, one of my starting strikers, admittedly, he really hasn't made me too happy off camera, just because of how he's been performing. Jan Fida Earp is my backup striker alongside Ephemios Kaloris. But that is how our team is shaping up right now. Yeah, I was able to transport some of my Youth Academy graduates to the save. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get all of them. And I should let you guys know right now, I do have, which, let me see if there's anything else that I wanted to talk about here. Oh, I do want to show stats. I almost forgot to show stats. And I gotta show stats on my team as well. But you can see Kaloris is tied with the late Diogo Jota for most goals. Malambi with the most assists. And Trapp tied with the most clean sheets in the Premier League, which is a bit of a surprise, admittedly. I'm going to skip the FA Cup because we did not take part in that yet. Bilo tied with the most clean sheets. You can see Tovan and Guerrero and Van Leeuwen tied with the most assists. Tovan tied with the most goals. And then Champions League, Werner tied with Philippe Coutinho. Tovan easily with the most assists. And Bilo one behind Chesney for the most clean sheets. But we are going to go back into my squad because I cannot believe I nearly forgot to show you guys stats here. And if there's anybody in particular you want to look at, you can go ahead and pause the video. Florian Tovan, not surprisingly, I wish I could show you guys off camera the things that he's been doing in sim matches. He's been absolutely incredible. As a matter of fact, Tovan's the only player that has double digits in both categories. You can see Van Leeuwen, 8 and 7 through 22. Not great, but not terrible either. You can see De Ligt with a couple goals. But yeah, for the most part, I tried to get as close to my Switch save as I possibly could. Like, the only thing really major that I didn't really pay heed to because I didn't feel like going through all that footage were the transfers that I made. But other than that, everything here is for the most part identical to my Switch save. So, like I said, the England tables are how they were in the Switch Champions League table is exactly like it was on my Switch. Player attributes and stats, for the most part, are the same as what they were on the Switch. So, but yeah, this is what my team is looking like right now. And I do want to show you something awesome here as soon as I'm done showing stats here. And I do want to look at the newsfeed real quick before we go in. You can see we have 47 players in our squad, which means out of my youth academy, I'm only able to, unless I sell some people, graduate up to 5 players. I believe the cap, unless it's 50, it's either 50 or 52 with the cap in this game, which I honestly don't remember. But we're going to take a look at newsfeed real quick. See if there's anything on club news. You can see we're basking in winning form. You can see Werner, Fekir, Van Leeuwen, Bilo, and De Ligt on this particular shot right here. Could actually have that as my thumbnail. Though I do want to show you something here neat. I'm actually going to back out of this game, which I didn't make any changes, so... But we are going to finish off here by showing you something which I don't remember it ever happening in one of my career modes. But we're going to go ahead and X out of this. But here's what I want to show you. This right here, that you can see Premier League Player of the Month October shortlist, and you can see Peterson, Stangs, Arp, and Werner are part of this list. I believe this is the first time ever where I had everybody, all four of the shortlist for Player of the Month, be on my team. And I should let you guys know that Timo Werner did win the award, surprisingly. So, but you can see there's a still shot of Jakob Peterson. And this might actually be my thumbnail right here, unless I choose something else, of Justin Van Leeuwen. But this is going to be a bit of a talky video. Like I said, I am not going to feature a game. If anything, I am going to be featuring the Boxing Day match against Crystal Palace, which I'm going to get back in this game here real quick. I'll show you exactly what my plans are going to be for this series going forward. But yeah, I'm thinking maybe like 8 or 9 more episodes. Because I do want to, like I said, I am going to be doing the game against Crystal Palace. I do want to do whatever the away leg is against Manchester City in the Carabao Cup. And then I'll be doing each round of the Champions League. I will hopefully be playing the game where we clinch the Premier League and lift the trophy. And I'll also be doing, hopefully when we get there, the FA Cup final as well as the Champions League final. But we're going to go ahead and go in here real quick. It's kind of a bit slow. I don't know how it's... Yeah, I don't have internet on my PlayStation, but... Just because I turned it off, there's really no reason for it. I don't play online anything, so there's really no point me having internet. But we're going to go back in here. You can see I also have my Watford save yet, my Newport save. My Elevate win I did. I do have videos on that on my channel. I don't know if I want to do another season of that or not, but... We are going to be, the next episode, from here on out, up until the finale, is going to be no commentary. So, next episode, we'll be going to Selhurst Park and take on Crystal Palace. Either one of these is going to be the away leg, will be the one I'm playing. Then I'll be playing the away leg, whatever one will be, against Monaco. And then the Carabao Cup final maybe before or after I do that, but there'll be that. And then I'll be doing all the other Champions League stages. And then hopefully I'll be able to show you guys me lifting the Premier League trophy and then go on to lift the FA Cup and Champions League titles as well. So... But like I said, about 8 or 9, maybe 10 more episodes of this particular career mode. But I am excited to give this series a proper finale. I kind of put this one way in the back burner. Like I said, it's been 6.5 years since I've done anything with this series. But I'll be doing this up until it's done. This will be the last season. And then I'll be doing another career mode here right before I put FIFA on hiatus for the months of June and July, so... But that is what is going on here. Hopefully you guys are looking forward to what lies ahead. I apologize if you hear my phone. But with that, thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope you guys are enjoying this series so far, and I will see you guys again next time.